I'm going to replace the rear brake pads and discs on this Mercedes C-Class W204 series. Watch the full video to not miss any steps. I'm going to start with opening the brake fluid reservoir and we'll top it up if needed after the new brakes are on. And then loosen the wheel nuts before jacking up the car, as they are usually very tight to start with. After removing all wheel nuts, the tire was not coming off first. It was held by rust and corrosion, so I had to kick it a few times to loosen it up, and then it came off. While replacing the brakes on this car was definitely overdue, as you can see everything is in a very bad condition. For now I will just do the discs and pads, but I will also have to change the brake shoes and the dust shield very soon. The pins can be removed using a screwdriver or a plier to pull them out. Here is another close-up of the condition of the pads. It's quite bad. The brake wear sensor unclips by pulling it carefully, or otherwise a screwdriver can be used to pry it out. There are usually two dust caps, one for the top and one for the bottom, but in this case the bottom one is missing, but that's okay, it's not a big deal. For loosening the caliper bolts or slide pins, we will need a hex bit number 7. And for undoing the top one, it's easy as there's some space to use the ratchet. But for the bottom one, I will just slide the caliper out and undo it after with a spanner. Also, I want to mention that this video is for informational and educational purposes only, and always follow your vehicle's manufacturer guidelines and consult a qualified professional if you're unsure about something, as working on a vehicle involves risk of damage or harm. Therefore, please proceed at your own risk. The pads can now be removed from the caliper. I have to be careful with the backside pad to not damage the wear sensor wire, as I'm going to use the same one on the new pads because the shop didn't have new ones in stock. Otherwise, it's recommended to install new sensors. Now I can slide the caliper out and put it away safely and make sure there's no pull or load on the brake pipe. And for the bottom slide pin, I've used a spanner with a hex bit to undo it. There are two 18mm bolts holding the bracket, which will also need to come off using a number 18 spanner. This bracket needs to come off if you're replacing the disc also, but it's not necessary if you're planning to only change the pads. The disc is still held by a screw, which requires a Torx bit T30 to undo it. Some light hammering of the bit into the screw will ensure a strong hold to remove the screw safely. Now the disc can simply be taken off. The brake shoes are also worn and corroded, so I will need to change them soon. For now I'm gonna clean off the rust and corrosion with the wire brush and use some brake cleaner spray before putting on the new disc and pads. It's time to install the new disc. The parts to be reused like the bracket, the bolts, slide pins and the caliper should be cleaned properly with the wire brush before installation. Now it's just a matter of putting everything back together. The bracket goes on first, tightened with the 18mm bolts. The piston needs to be pushed back using a piston rewind tool. I'm putting the front side brake pad on the disc and the back side one clips into the piston and sits on the caliper. It's kind of important also to apply some copper paste to both ends of the brake pads just around the edges to prevent squeaking brakes. I've used the existing brake wear sensor on the new brake pad. Just simply remove it from the old pad and put it on the new one. Now just need to insert and tighten the slide pin which holds the caliper. And the last piece is the spring clip. Also make sure to plug in the brake sensor cable and that's it. The job is now done. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe for more DIY content. Thanks for watching.